Hey everyone, it's Alvin Parra here, fiduciary financial advisor with Strategic Choices Wealth Advisors. If you are a young employee at a new company and they're offering a 401k plan and you're confused, don't worry about it. Just listen for a few more minutes and you'll be a master in knowing what to do to set up your 401k plan. So, this is you. You just joined a new company and your HR person says, hey, you are now eligible to start funding your 401k plan and contributing to it, and all of a sudden you're like embarrassed to admit that you don't know what this is all about. It's okay. Everybody goes through this, including myself. When I first started working, I was offered a 401k plan. No one ever told me what that is. All I got was, are you conservative, moderate, or aggressive? It's very simplistic. If your HR person is telling you that, you need to speak with an advisor who can help you a little bit more. But the bottom line, this is what it is. Your company has set up a 401k plan, and this is an opportunity for you to start saving. Depending on your age, it will determine more or less how much you should be putting away. But at any age group, you should be putting away at least 5% of your paycheck. In some cases, your company is going to match you 3%, 5% of your paycheck. So if you put in 5%, they'll match 5% or 3%. So that's great, because then that's about 8% of your paycheck going into your 401k for the future. So here's the first thing I'm going to say. If you have a 401k plan being offered, set it up. Do not procrastinate. Don't be the 60% of 30-year-olds that don't have a 401k plan set up. Do it right away. You're not going to see it. It's going to come out of your paycheck in advance, and you won't see the difference. Now, it's a little bit less money, but you'll thank yourself later and thank me later when you're in your 60s and you're getting ready to retire. Think about this. So your company hires a financial firm or an advisor to set up a 401k plan. It may be a mutual fund. Some of the big names are out there. They set up 401k plans, or it may be a smaller boutique plan that has specialized investments as well. So again, if it's a mutual fund or a more of an investment portfolio, set up the plan. Now, one of the things you need to do is take a risk tolerance test. And that risk tolerance test is going to be 4 to 5, maybe 10 questions. And it's going to get an idea of how much tolerance you're willing to take if the stock market dropped 20 or 30%. So let's say you had $1,000 in your 401k plan, and all of a sudden it dropped $200. Now you're at $800. How upset would you be? How comfortable do you feel that the market will bounce back and you'll get your $200 back over time? Are you getting ready to retire and that loss of $200 is too much for you to handle? All of that contributes to what your tolerance would be. So if you are very risk averse, then you're going to be a conservative investor. On the other extreme, a person that's willing to take the risk is an aggressive investor. In between, you have a moderate investor, a moderate conservative, and a moderate aggressive. So there's really about 5 different risk levels, and each of those risk levels has a different investment portfolio, a mix between stocks and bonds. So a conservative person will probably have 90% in bonds and 10% in stocks. A very aggressive person will probably have the opposite, 90% stocks and 10% bonds. A moderate investor is about 50-50. So that means if the stock market dropped 20%, as a moderate investor, you'd probably lose maybe 10%. But if the market goes up 20%, you wouldn't go up the full 20, you go maybe 10%. So your volatility is lower. So I just want you to understand that that's how your risk takes place. Now, you should be taking a look at your account on an annual basis. Hopefully the firm has an advisor that you can talk to as well. And if you're never comfortable with the investments, talk to the company owner, your HR person. You as employees have power. The IRS actually gives you a lot of power, and you can, again, if you're not happy with it, you feel the fees are too high, the investments are not very good, your advisor is not helping you understand all of this, then you have the right to contact your employers and the company owner and tell them, hey, it's time to hire a new company with a new advisor that's going to help us reach our goals and give us better investment options. So again, the bottom line is, if you have a 401k company, get started. Do not procrastinate. Start off with 5%. If you can do up to 10%, you're going to be on the track to a great retirement. Hopefully these tips have been helpful. Take care and bye-bye.
If you like today's video, ask Alvin for a free 401k investment analysis to see if you can do better and reduce fees. Visit strategicchoices.com.